Welcome to Moonlight Madness, and today, I'll turn that fan off, it's too loud. Today we're doing the signs for, this is water. I've just done air, I've done fire, and this is water. Air was supposed to come up first, but I got too much fire, so it became fire. The decks I'm using are by Radley Valentine and Doreen Virtue. It's a Fairy Tarot deck. The box is falling apart, so I won't bother showing it. The other one we're using is the Enchanted Map by Colette Baron Reid and the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. Okay, now I've got Selenite because Selenite amplifies anything you're trying to attract. First card off the block, I've got the Tic Tac Parade, we've got the Six of Wands. This is the victory card. You know when Andrew Johns came home on the bus and they sang U2's It's a Beautiful Day? They had it on the bus coming back from when they won the premiership back in the day. It was 1997, I think. That's what I always think about when I think of the Six of Wands. So you've come through a really hard ordeal, and you've come out the other end of it. And because it's wands, it talks about in the next 6 days something's going to happen to you that's very positive. It can also represent the next full moon. So that's coming up on the 15th. Something marvelous is going to happen to you. You're going to get a big, I don't know, clap out or award. Some of you might get an award for all your hard work that you've been doing. Success, receiving awards or scholarships, being in the public eye. An offer of help from someone very successful, smart choices. Congratulations on a job well done. It's not a time to be shy or humble, even if you don't normally seek attention. It's healthy to bask in the glow of your accomplishments. Allow people to see the wonderful things that you've created. Be visible and vocal about your beliefs. Yeah, be in the spotlight. Let your unique talents and passions be known. You're a role model, showing others what is possible. Wonderful news is on its way. It may be a new career opportunity or a promotion or even an award. Shows the passion and commitment. Yeah, great accomplishments. Unicorns represent purity of thought. You may be starting a new delight and exercise program, because that's what I get when I look at a unicorn. It's all about purifying the water. They used to give it to kings and queens of the old. Back in the Henry VIII's day and age, they used to give him a unicorn's horn. They said they were around back then. An actual unicorn, well, it was a fish. It was like a whale, and they cut the horn from that, but they drew it as a horse. They do say that unicorns existed. However, they only appeared to people that were on the precipice of becoming a lady. So if you were a girl turning into a woman, you would see a unicorn before you became a woman, with being with another man. So they could say that, yeah, young girls could see unicorns, and that they would only go up to young girls. They wouldn't go up to any other ones. So you may have something to do with that. Also, unicorns are on the crown of arms, are they not? They're on the British flag. You've got the lion fighting, and you've got the unicorn fighting for the crown. So this is representative of something to do with Britain. I don't know. Some of you may be from Britain, or you live in London. You may be part of the crown. You may be royalty for that manner. Because I'm reading, this is collectively for all water signs, not just the ones that are in power, but everyday water signs like you and I. The Emperor is saying you are a very good leader. You have the compassion, which is the heart of the water signs. So you lead, and everything decision that you make is from the heart. It's from a side of compassion. You also lead with practicalities, and you be very careful with your resources, because you are representing the King of Pentacles, which is all about counting his money, watching all his beautiful things around him. The King of Pentacles doesn't like to part with money very easily. They like to have money in the bank. They like to see all their beautiful things around them, whether it be their children or their beautiful objects that they've been given, like jewelry and things like that. Then you've got the King of Wands, who's very creative and very passionate and fiery and go-getter type people. They strive for creativity. They're the life of the party. This song, they like to sing, they like to dance, they can organise marketing strategies for 1 billion people and still come home and be just dad or mum. So it's talking about that. Or you could be the earth sign and the fire, and then there's water, and then there's air, who's very logical and discerning and being very careful when they make decisions. 4 is also representative of death. There may be a death to one type of life or lifestyle, and you're coming into a new type of lifestyle. Very recently you may have gone through a tower moment, which is usually an accident, a death, or life-changing event that led to significant opportunities that, what wasn't built on solid ground had to be rebuilt from the ground up, is what I'm hearing. Maybe that's certain laws and rules that governed the land where you rule, if you are a ruler. It's talking about rebuilding from the ground up, but it was meant to happen that way because nothing would have changed if that didn't happen. You may have to change your diet and lifestyle as well. It's saying this is the new year, everyone's got to get on board and have a cleanse, have a detox, because that's what the unicorn represents to me. In the recent past, it's saying you had a person around you who was very gentle, very sensitive, very kind, very inexperienced, loves their magical garden. They may have a little garden they like to sit out and draw upon nature because that's how they restore their energy. A new relationship or an emotional experience, invitations to social events, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. They may be a nurse, a social worker, a light worker like myself. They may sense the world around them with feelings. They feel things. It's not what they it's not what you tell them. It's how do they feel about it. How does it sound to them? How does it feel to them to touch? Like it's the five senses. So if you're a Scorpion, you're very touchy-feely. I'm hearing touchy-feely. My son, when we had the car accident, his question was, how does it sound? How does it feel to you, the car? And I went, wow, that's an interesting way to put it, because when you're trying to find a problem with a car, you want to hear how it sounds or feel how it actually moves on the road. When my son had a wheel alignment done on his car, this is the eldest son, it sat better on the road. I wasn't as scared or as nervous in the car because the car sat perfectly aligned. It didn't feel out of balance where the tyres may have been flat or just needed replacing. So that's what it's saying. Very inexperienced. You may have this person that you can cry on their shoulder to. They're always here for you to talk to about emotional things because they feel everything. Yeah, they're a very kind person, very young. I'm getting that maybe they didn't grow into their full body because something happened to them when they were younger, and maybe that's why they've still got childlike ways to express themselves, or childlike, they can still sense things that most kids, well, people that are grown up are meant to switch off after a certain age group, like a psychic ability. You switch it off because you become an adult. I'm not one of those people. In fact, I've become hyper aware. It's the opposite. I'm hyper vigilant about everything and everyone. The 8 of Summer is to do with 8 of Cups, which is talking about in 8 months' time, you may decide to move. The desire for a more meaningful life, realising it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. Yeah, you just might want to pack up and go somewhere else and start afresh. It's also talking about on a moon that's waning that you'll leave, not on a moon that's the full moon. We've had a couple that were doozies. Then you've got the balance. Yeah, you're trying to balance out your masculine and feminine. You may have a Libra around you, or you may have Libra firmly in your chart. I know I've got Libra in my chart. My dad's got a Libra moon. But I've got Libra in my chart, and I've always wanted to do the law, and I study the law, and I respect the law because I think boundaries should be put in place with people and places and things. And I try to fight for the underdog. That's just always what I've done. Yeah, so it's saying take everyone's input into consideration, merge viewpoints to create a better solution, take your time, there's no need to rush. So don't rush the outcome. So the outcome hasn't been set in stone just yet. I'm just going to read from the 8 of Cups because there might be something I've missed that I didn't talk about that I think I'm supposed to talk about. A relocation or job change, yeah. A turning point, leaving home, spiritual growth, a decision to leave a situation that's no longer in your highest good. You've made this choice on your own. It hasn't been pushed upon you. It may seem challenging or it may seem like a wonderful relief. Perhaps even an adventure. You can take small daily steps until the changes you desire are in place, or you can move much more quickly. The most important thing is that you evaluate your situation honestly and openly and then move towards your happiness. Don't worry, you're ready. Yeah, a beautiful dawn awaits her. Then it's saying about judgment, that maybe you've judged someone too harshly, or you felt judged by someone too harshly for your actions in the past by a body, what do you call it, a body of law. is what I'm trying to get at. Someone judged you extremely harshly, more so than what they should have, because they weren't in your situation. They couldn't see your perspective, but maybe they are now starting to see your perspective. A call to fulfill your destiny, seeing things in a whole new light, understanding your life purpose, releasing judgments. You can truly reinvent yourself and build the future you want. However, to successfully arrive, you'll need a very good map. Visualize your happiness, possibly future, and start taking the appropriate steps. Feel free to ask a friend to help plan out your journey with you. Pay special attention to flashes of inspiration and original ideas. Yeah, it's talking about Christmas time. This is just past Christmas. The rabbit and the butterfly in the card represent springtime. So this won't happen until 8 months' time. That's in the middle of winter, when all these changes will take place. Then you've got Justice card. Again, the law card. It's representing of the Libra around you. You've got a Libra around you that may be part of the justice system. Take the time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end. Fair and objective decisions. Yeah, maybe you've not been heard, or you feel that no one's listening to you. Maybe you never felt listened to as a child. When you tried to tell someone what was going on at home and no one believed you, you felt ashamed, not listened to, not heard, embarrassed by something that actually happened. Time to be important to stick to your principles. Trust in your opinions are correct. Time will make that evident. Don't allow others to talk you out of your beliefs or priorities, and remember to be impartial and objective. However, when asked to make choices that involve other people. However, objectivity must be counterbalanced with compassion. When this card is drawn, you can be assured that situations will turn out in your favour. Your side will be clearly seen in meditation, legal rulings, and decisions made by those in power. Yeah, this sword is known to only avail those who are worthy and true of heart. There you go. And then you've got here Two of Cups. This is love around you. There's a love coming in. That's an air sign. They're a princess of winter. They are Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. There's someone around you that's coming in that's a single person, may have been separated, or they died, the person that they were with, or they got a divorce. They went through a messy divorce. It's someone who's extremely intuitive, inquisitive, undiplomatic, realistic. Could be police officer. I'm getting police officer or detective. Someone who's been told to follow you or keep tabs on what you do and where you go. Speaking the truth with kindness, an indigo child or adult. This person may be an activist like you. You may like to stand up for the underdog, people that can't fight for themselves in court of law. You may be that sort of person, and they're that sort of person, so that's why you get along. You may meet them at school. Or maybe they've been hired to keep an eye on you. So, I got the smoky quartz for the water sign. That helps to ground them and balance them because they're very emotional. I got the rose quartz for love, self-love and also love. Intuition, because Aquarians usually are, I find, very intuitive. Any kid that's got ADHD, GAD, very intuitive. They're the ones that are off the charts. Then I've got on this deck of cards I'm going to pull two from is the Bloodstone to protection for being protected from health issues. This is the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. So we're going to cut it into two. And I got New Life. Oh, okay. And then I got Exchanging Gifts. Some of you might be buying presents for people because we've just come out of Christmas, right? So you might have presents you have to give, or you haven't seen the person to say happy birthday. My niece just turned 16 on the 3rd. Sorry, the 2nd. So I've got to go find her a present. I don't know whether the thing that I'm trying to find is actually coming yet because they were out of stock. But I'll go and look for it tomorrow and see if it's coming and I can put it on hold. Because I want to get that plus something else, because there's big sales on too, so I'm very fortunate, and I'm going to buy them when we've got a sale season, because I don't work at the moment, I just do this, and I volunteer for Lifeline. We've got New Life, and that is 39. Alrighty, when spring awakens the world, joy and excitement can be felt all around in your very core. Birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air, life renewing itself. Yes. So it's saying all these big changes are coming in spring. Now, our spring happened already. That was September, October, November. So it might be talking about next spring. By next spring, all these changes will happen. In the winter months, 8 months' time, that's coming into February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Yeah, it's September. So September this year coming is in 2025. A new life is ahead of you, a breath of fresh air. When spring awakens the world, joy and excitement can be felt all around and in your very core. Blossoms burst from trees overnight, birds return home and sing their glorious song, and nature is full of promise. Miracles beckon all of us. This is one of those times in your life when new ideas inspire you and new opportunities bring you hope for seeing your dreams come true. All is well in your world and you have the energy you need to feel renewed. Allow your heart to fill with enthusiasm. Let your light shine. New energies enters old relationships and new relationships are bursting with the sweetness and the vibrancy only encountered when winter gives way to spring. This is a time to connect with others and share excitement, passion and hearts full of joy. This card is a very auspicious sign with respect to love and partnerships in all forms. You have every reason to be optimistic right now as things seem to fall into place magically. New opportunities remind you that abundance is available to you. Delight in the bounty that begins to appear in surprising forms. Stay curious and know that your hopes and dreams are being fulfilled. It's as if a new life has suddenly infused your projects, your work and creative ideas with a kind of electricity that crackles with exciting potential. Fortune is smiling upon you. That's really good. It's a good card to pull. And then I've got exchanging gifts, which is 27. And that's talking about the law of giving and receiving, currency trade-offs, weighing costs and determining value. You're entering into a productive and enriching time when all manner of opportunities are being offered to you. You have everything you need to seize them, yet in order to honour them, you must put in the time, exchange your experience and skills, and commit heart and soul to what you're choosing to pursue. You can do it. You have what it takes to be successful if you align with the law of giving and receiving. You must engage in a dance of give and take, push and pull, doing and being. If you let fear guide your choices, you could deplete yourself or create an imbalance. This is not a time of just do, use your currency wisely, and be mindful of the value others bring to your life. Love is an exchange of the life force energy between two beings. It grows exponentially when it's reciprocated. You must give and receive in order for love to flourish and abundance to flow between you. Spirit wants you to start accepting all the blessings waiting for you as well as the offer, the same gift in return. Open your heart and allow it to be filled. Let love in and let it flow out to you too. Love is truly yours today. Oh, that's nice. So yeah, just by giving even little gifts and presents, I think cheers just about anyone up for the day, even if it's something small. Okay, I'm just going to take one card from here because I think you've gotten the gist of what's going on. We got. No, I already pulled that card. Coming to life. I like that one. Coming to life. Some of you may be taking up some sort of dance movement. I'm looking at doing it myself. I actually have a friend that lives in the building that I cohabit with, and she does. She teaches dance. Her cultural roots are from Sri Lanka, I think, and she's going to teach me how to do. She teaches kids to do it. I just would like to learn. I think I love to dance anyway. I just find it's very freeing. It's good to move in ways that make your heart joyful. We've got here, alright, birth of new ideas, growth, a breath of fresh air. When spring awakens the world, joy and excitement can be felt all around and in your core. Blossoms burst from trees overnight, birds return home and sing their glorious song, and in nature is full of promise. Miracles beckon all of us. This is one of those times in your life when new ideas inspire you and new opportunities bring you hope for seeing your dreams come true. All is well in your world, and you have the energy you need to feel renewed. Allow your heart to fill with enthusiasm. Let your light shine, for this is a good time of good fortune. New energy enters old relationships, and new relationships are bursting with the sweetness and vibrancy only encountered when winter gives way to spring. This is a time to connect with others and to share excitement, passion, and hearts full of joy. This card is a very auspicious sign with respect to love and partnerships in all forms. You have every reason to be optimistic right now as things will fall magically into place. Yes. Yeah, all your work, projects, work and creative ideas with a kind of electricity that crackles with exciting potential. Fortune is smiling upon you. Well, that's good to know, isn't it? That's a good card to pull. And that was from, yeah, that deck. And then Yeah. So we're in Capricorn season. So it's a rebirth because we're going into a new year. That's all I have for you for water signs.